Welcome, Lounge Lizards, to another episode of Legions Lounge, episode 69, where we talk about all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figura Obscura, customs, and other Mythic-related figures and stuff. We are your hosts. My name is Trevor, 16shooter on Instagram. My co-hosts, as always, Nate Strong, at Corona4, right there. And Bill Janowski, right there, from the Dork Lair. Boys, how's it going? How are you?
Hey, good. A little messed up with the the time change, the spring forward, and B, our time change.
Yeah, that's true. The spring forward. So we're actually starting at 7:00, which is really weird.
It's weird that it's light outside and we're starting a show right
now. In hindsight, might not have been the best time to change the time of the show.
Right.
But I put it out there on Facebook in the Cabal, and overwhelmingly, besides, I think Stephen Bisciotti was the only dissenter. Overwhelmingly, everybody said, "Yeah, that'd be great."
Everyone else, wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, it did weigh a lot. There's a joke there, but I'm going to leave it alone. But no, ultimately, everybody was very happy. It's like I could watch more of the show. I can get to bed earlier. I can, even on the West Coast, it was like, we could watch it on the way home, drive home, or whatever at the end of the day. So it's all good, I think. So
right on, good.
I think we'll stick with this for a while. We'll see how it goes.
Let's do it.
Before we get started here, and we got an exciting night here. Before we get started, please take a second to smash the like button. It helps us out, helps people know that we're on. And after the show, leave a comment. Let us know, especially tonight. It's going to be a lot to comment on. A lot of people are going to have their own choices. You can put them in the chat, but if you want it there for posterity, you got to put it in the comments. So let us know at the end of the show who your choices are for your picks for these characters that we're going to go through. As always, super chats are appreciated, and we'll jump you up to the front of the line and get your comment read. And speaking of the chat, who's in the chat, Nate? Who we got tonight?
Who we got? We are starting out with Rob Zamora, and he is already laying down some actors and actresses, which looks like he's got some good ones there. Mike Casper is next up, then Kirby Smith, Blake, a.k.a. Recon Rage, Dave Orkin, what's up, Dave? Josh J., Bragon, King, Castle Sieger, Patrick Boyle, Brian with Carver Customs, Curtis Ackerman, Ish, Cloud, Braku Prime, Josh Brown, J. Max.
Welcome back.
David Williams, what's up? Sad to see he couldn't end up making it this weekend, but
yeah, that's a bummer.
You're gonna miss him. Yeah, Stephen with a V, Thomas Belay. I am TJ Williams, Jeremy Ballinger, No Chewing, Christopher Collier, Jacob Forna, Joe Gonzalez. What's up, Joe? Jordan Wholesome Warlock, Big Greg, David Smith. He's going to be there this weekend. It'll be fun hanging out with David.
Greg said we have to cast him as Sir Ukjak, which would be it's kind of perfect.
And you got it, right?
Right.
Game Quest, Stacy Lynn, Jay's Toy Collection.
Hey, what's up, Jay? Good late evening. See, 8:00. Even the people in the UK, it's like, what is it?
I can make it. So,
midnight? So, it's not bad. Sure. I think it's midnight. Or is it 1?
Jesse just shelve it. Action Figure Neverland. What's up, Brian? Dusty Standiford. Be good to see him this weekend. Kent Pool Collects. Kevin Boots. Mecha Jeff. Jevons24. Anthony House Seal. Aleville 99 Toy Hunter. We're going to come back to Kevin's super chat. William Gold, Mark R, DJ 5000, Darla Ackerman, Derek McHenry, and as promised, Kevin Boots.
As always, thank you, Kevin. $4.99. Hit that like button. Cheers. Cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers. And next up, Curtis Ackerman. Moving up the show time an hour. I wonder where Trevor generates these amazing ideas.
A time change he wants to listen. He makes it very tough with these $4.99 super chats because he just super chatted me, and yet
what are you gonna say?
I want to just
say let's just shelve it.
I never would have come up with the idea to change the time on a show if you had not done it.
That we show the super chat. We don't have to agree with it. We don't have to.
Correct.
That's true.
Just read it monotone. Or moving up the show.
It's not going to stop him. It's not going to stop him. He's going to keep coming with him. So
idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to stop him, so that's fine. Yeah, so 8 o'clock. I think it's going to work out better. There's a lot. I mean, listen, we're going to go through a list of all the stuff that's on for Legions. It's nuts now. There is something every day of the week that you could listen to for like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Sometimes multiple shows.
Exactly. And there's a lot going on Monday night. There isn't a night on YouTube that isn't filled with toy content. So I think moving this up, there are some other shows that start at 9. Which I also enjoy. We're not going to get off by 9, but 9:30, we'll see.
It's a little tougher for me to get down here at 8 and a little before.
Oh, yeah?
8, but it's way better for me when the show goes long. Like if it's when we go to like 11 past 11, that's a little rough for me.
Yeah. So we have our post chat.
This is like great for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if you have to jump in a little late too, that's fine, as always.
Yeah.
All right, we got some news. Then we're going to do a little bit of Legions Lounge art, and then we're getting into our main topic for tonight, which is going to be casting the Mythic Legions movie. I think, Bill, this was your idea. Like, this was a great idea. This is stuff.
Nate, I believe this was.
Oh, was it Nate?
Idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This was Nate's idea. Okay, cool. Sorry, Nate. Didn't mean to take that away from you. Awesome idea.
Thanks.
Very Wizard magazine, like, you know what I mean? This is what they used to do with all the comic books, like casting the X-Men movie before the X-Men movie came out. A lot of fun. So as soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, we got to do that for sure. So we have picked, I think, 7 or 8 characters from the line, and we have all gone through and selected our actors and actresses for those characters, and we don't know what they are, so it's all going to be a surprise to us as we go through them as well. And you are welcome to pop your thoughts into the chat, and as like I said, put them in the comments too later. Give us your rundown when you see what the characters are. We're not doing everybody tonight, I mean, obviously, but 7 or 8 people. News
that could be a whole show, actually,
dude.
That could be a whole series, like a podcast that runs for like a full year.
God,
just
sure.
I'm saying we're going to do more of this, and we'll eventually, I don't know if we'll get to everybody, because we're not casting every minor orc and goblin, but
I know who I would have play the Gold Knight, and I definitely know who I would have play the Silver Knight. I locked in those for sure.
Daniel Craig, so another underneath the helmet. Yeah,
I was going to say Anthony Daniels for the Gold Knight.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few that Trevor picked who we would roll with. I had the idea to do this, but you chose the characters who would do, and I was already thinking of some, and it was strictly based on appearance that we that did.
Yeah.
So we'll save it for next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll do this again. I think this is going to be fun.
But it's fun thinking of the different criteria to use for.
Yeah, because there's things to consider. I mean, obviously this is dream casting, so it's not like we're not going with like a budget in mind. That would be like a fantasy draft or something. Like you've got $10 million to make this movie, and going through all that. But
that'd be interesting. I feel like Curtis has made things like that, like in the My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me group, like where it's like a grid list, right?
You have so much money.
You have to pick how much, like certain. Weights and stuff.
That was the YouTube caster thing. I think stuff like that. Yeah, but I mean, you assign some dollar values to these actors. I mean, that would be the problem. Just like putting a dollar value to every actor and actress out there is like. Yeah,
it's very, very subjective. Yeah. But I didn't have any restrictions on mine. No. Like I didn't say I gotta cast it as if it would be like playing now and every actor is the right age or anything. That.
Oh, I took age into consideration, but not. Well, I mean, a current age, but not like I didn't. It wasn't like, like I don't know, like who's somebody that's like Clint Eastwood could play, like Attila back in the day in the 70s.
Right.
But
I would have him on my list. Like that would be. That's the way I made my list.
Oh, this is okay. This is going to be more interesting then. All right.
Yep.
We did not set up parameters. This is all open to interpretation. No. So this is fun.
No parameters.
So you're like a dream. You're an all-time dream team, is what you got going on.
Sort of. I mean, they're all pretty current, but some of the ages just don't work.
Gotcha.
They can form the $1.99. Selling Skarsgård to Slog, yeah. They're coming off of Dune, right?
I mean,
it's hard not to picture that.
Dude can do
Good
it.
call, though.
He's good. I honestly, I mean, if he didn't feel like he was going to be typecast, I think that would be a perfect casting for. Cosmic is tougher though because like we don't really know these characters yet. You know what I mean? Like it's just like we don't have a whole lot of story to go by to really like nail down. I don't know. Like it's weird. Like some of the other characters, I think we've been around for a while, and we kind of feel like we know what they're like. Yeah, we've seen 2 versions of them and things like that. So anyway, all right. Some news, quick news. The in-stock sale is over, so we hope you got everything you wanted. Obviously, you know, the things like the pins and stuff went quick, and the Valiant Knight went quick, but you know, hopefully everybody
got my pins right here.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Are you definitely going to give those away?
So,
or some of them? Yeah, some of them.
Some, yeah. So I barely kind of looked through them, but I'm gonna keep. The main reason I wanted it, is really because I wanted the Sons of the Red Star gold pin to go with my Sons of the Red Star red, colored pin, and then Arethyr being pretty much my favorite faction, I'll keep that. We'll see if I want to keep any more, but mostly I'm going to do giveaways on the live streams with them because it's just like, I mean, it's 14 pins, so if I keep 2 and give 12 away, that's a lot of giveaways. So,
yeah. Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Chris Farley is Circa Tommy Boy as Boyer. Save it, guys. Save it. We're going to get there, and we're going to have specific people, so think about it. All right, so beyond the sale, we got a new Mythic Legions centric podcast to enjoy, featuring our friends Wyatt Kohler, Eric Miller, Michael Zende Xavier, as he's now known, Noah Pratt, and Joe Russo. I think that's everybody, right? Yeah. Yep. It's really good, and I'm really enjoying it. It's called Mythic Enablers. It is on your Apple, anywhere you get podcasts, Spotify, Apple, I believe. Yep. And it's really good. They're on their second episode. I just started listening to the second episode now while I was doing some shooting for the show.
Right? Yeah.
But it's fun. It's good. They did a great job. John Caulfield from the Euro Legions, who also has some new material, I think, up on the Patreon this week, and we'll have a new show up later this week. Helped them out, and it sounds great. Their sound is excellent. They got a real good podcast sound, and I think they're editing it down a little bit and doing a great job of that. So it's really sounding professional.
Looks like today. Looks like it went up today.
Yeah. Yep. Come on Mondays, I think, is what the plan is right now. But yeah, I think the first. I haven't gotten to the second one yet, but the first one was great. It's just yet another episode that you feel like you're hanging out with your friends.
That's it.
That you miss. It's always awesome when we can do it in person, but the more we have of these shows and the hangouts, and you feel like you're kind of there in a way, and it's great. It just helps.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. I don't know if they're planning on doing guests and stuff like that. I would assume so at some point, but I kind of like them all. There's 5 of them, so it's kind of like there's enough to talk about and enough stuff going on between them that they can fill an interesting hour or 2.
Yeah,
so go check that out for sure.
They got a great rapport, so it's really good listen. Yep. Congrats on launching that.
And like I said, the Euro Legions, if you're a Patreon, I think they have a new show up. I was going to check it earlier and I forgot, but I think there's something specifically for Patreons up there, and then they should have the regular show coming out on Thursday or Friday.
Friday mornings.
Was it like
Friday
confessions thing or something like that?
Yeah, confessions. That should be interesting. And Malcolm from the Euro Legions podcast will be staying in my house on Wednesday night before we head out to Muskegon.
And then my house on Thursday night.
Yep, and your house on Thursday night.
Yeah, can't wait to have you guys here.
Maybe an impromptu live, maybe? We'll see. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Legion's Lair on Tuesday, tomorrow night. 7 p.m., correct? Yes, 7 p.m.
7:30.
Whoa.
30?
7:30. 7:30?
I think.
Okay. Is this right? Stephen Bishotti? The Alpha Dog?
The Lord.
Himself? Holy moly. Wow. Well, you got to watch that.
It's a big score.
Yeah.
Is it like the 100th, or is it like a big milestone number? Right.
Oh, I hope not. I hope they didn't
have
give
him on if it's like a big milestone, right?
Well, I suppose. I hope they didn't give him that honor, but like, who knows? Maybe they did. Love you, Steve. Legions Ladies is on this week, so you were not on this week, Bill, right?
Right.
You were on last week. Legions
right.
Ladies is on
Yeah,
Thursday.
last week, have Chris back on. That was fun to see.
Yeah.
that?
Oh man, it was so nice.
Yeah, that was great. That was a surprise, man. I couldn't. We had a thing Thursday night, and then like I got off. We got out of there kind of early, and like I started watching the show. I'm like, oh my god, it's Chris.
Yeah,
Just
it
as a
was
guest,
nice.
right?
We really wanted to get all three of us when we, at least one more time when we did the review all together, like the figure of the week type thing. So yeah, it was good.
I did see that, Jordan, that Mal said Americans are soft. We'll see. We'll see
Right.
how he feels after.
Because
he
Mal
gets
is so hard.
there. I know he's
Right?
He's,
It's hardcore.
he's a hard
Such
ass.
a badass.
I know, right? Anyway, Legions Ladies
Indiana
Thursday.
Jones, and we're doing those shots like in the pub,
Yeah. I always wanted to do that. I think I'd be good at that.
Oh God.
I'm not. I wouldn't want to be alive the next
10
day,
years
but I think
ago?
I could do it.
No.
Yeah. No, you got to build up a tolerance. The older you get, the better. Legions Ladies is on this week, Thursday at 7:30. Right, 7:30. Is that 7:30?
I believe
so.
so. Yes.
Okay. And they have our good buddy Joe Vasapolo on, which is awesome. That's going to be a great discussion right there. Really looking forward to all those. I mean, I know a little bit about Joe. I'm hanging out with him, but all the I call them non sequitur questions, the non Mythic Legions, non-Legions, non-collecting questions that they do at the end. That's always fun. So to see.
I wonder if he'll wear his dress-up Viking helmet for the ladies.
I hope so. I think he's in the thumbnail with that on, so he should wear that. Shooting the Shelf, boys. Curtis, if you're here, you don't have to pay for it if you want. I don't know who you have on this week. I didn't see it up on the channel, so I don't know if you announced it at the end of the show last night, but I think I fell asleep at the end of the show. It's this time change, man. It's messing me up.
Yeah,
Well, they're going to
MuskeCon,
MuskeCon, right?
I think they said they were going to get home in time.
Oh, they're
do
doing
it,
a
yeah,
live, right? Okay, yeah. Are they going to do a live from there and not do the Sunday show? I forgot about that. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Or are they going to shoot home and do it?
Maybe. And Saturday Day Live. Hope everything's going well with Jonathan, and hope he's back on there because I missed that show as well on Saturday. So literally every day of the week there is some Legions content for you to watch. It's crazy and great. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think is it this Thursday that the Legions chat fellas are doing the accessories?
Oh, Legion. Wait. I had that on the list. How did I miss
Legions Cast?
Legions Cast will be live Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about accessories, which is that's a cool topic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something people talk about a lot, but it should be talked about. That's cool. That's a good idea.
Legions Cast, also the
Cast,
name of my PDF file that I have here for
there you
cast of
There
the
you go.
Legions.
There you go. Cast of Legions. All right, let's do some Legions Lounge art, and then we'll get on with our casting here. So first up, I picked a bunch of these. I just couldn't. I kept going through. Yeah, I kept going through like some pictures on the group, and this is our buddy Greg Shaw from Canada. Always doing some fantastic photography. Really, really love this one. Love the scarf around the mouth, and the pose pulling the arrow down is really good.
Yeah,
really nice shot.
Very cool.
Yeah,
he's a great guy.
Very good. It's good to see Lee J out there for Then we got you picked this one, Nate, but I would have picked this one too, man. This is fantastic. From our buddy Michael Xavier, right there. There he is in the picture, taking pictures of his own.
I love these two together.
Figure.
It's a great pair.
Awesome
shot. Great lighting. I love the setup. The dial looks great. And this was going to be our cue, right? To bring
I love this little bit of light coming through here, like right on. These guys look great in here. What a great looking set too, man. This is a great set.
Zendi is.
I love this.
That head sculpt is highly photogenic.
It is.
Yeah,
I was shooting that tonight, this evening too. Yeah, it's so good. Next
up we got. Hang on. We got something from Donovan Button. which I thought was really a really cool way to use. And this is from the hashtag ML Practical Magic, which is Nate. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, it's Michael Xavier. He started the contest, I guess you'd call it, on the Cabal to shoot magic shots, but do them practically. No Photoshop allowed. So sort of the ACBA style. I do have to check in with them and see if like a little Lightroom is allowed just to do some, tweaking, or is it just straight out of the camera?
I think you got to be able to. I mean, we can ask him, but I think you got to be able to go in there and just like tweak lights and darks and do dodge and burn. I think they're basically like the ACBA way, which is like don't go in there and add fire, or don't go in and make their eyes glow or something.
Taking out stuff. So
but I really like this.
That looks like the Tamashi lightning effect is what that looks like right there.
Yep, and that's great. And it meshes with that blue really well. He's lit it up really well. I really like it. I actually like the fact that he's using the hands pack, and she's just using her hands to like do this without like a staff or anything like that. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Fun.
Really nice. And the framing too, right? With the snake effect, just framing
that splash light on her face.
Cool. There with the wall.
Yeah.
You got the wall in the back.
Yeah, that's cool. Really nice shot. Really nice. David M. Bermudez. This is cool because like you don't see this figure a lot in anything. Like I haven't seen a lot of shots of this, and the red lighting. I mean, you got to use that sparingly. He's used it perfectly here. It's really nice. He's hit the gun with a little bit of, maybe that's just the trigger and it's showing through, but it just really nice lighting on this. Beautiful lighting.
I really need to switch my engineer back. I've had the Zarya arms and legs on it forever now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I need to switch it back just to like get it back to its original, because I haven't messed around with it like that in a while.
I think the more parts that come out, I think this is going to be a more versatile, fun, interesting figure to play with, for swaps and stuff like that.
I can't remember who it was, but someone just, they said it was their first time customizing, first time painting a figure, and they painted up a lot of the armor with like a brown, kind of a rusty look, and it looked fantastic in the claw. I don't know if you guys
I remember
saw
that. Yeah. I did see that.
Good, man.
That was good.
It. Yeah.
That's a good way to start too. Like just doing like either some weathering up with some black wash or whatever, or rusting up. Rusting's not that hard. A little bit of dry brush. I thought this was really cool because this kind of shows the whole story here, which is what Lige is a part of, is this elite group of soldiers that are. Everybody's in an elite group, though. That's the only thing. It's like there's an elite.
You're the elite of the elite.
Yeah, but they're guarding the border between Leandor
and
Xylernia.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. So it was meant to be, the orc was meant to be part of that, and I'm going to have to switch my camera because I'm slowing down. But yeah, I just thought this was really cool.
Yeah, that's lays it all out. It's great looking figure. Tons of stuff. Bill, you did an awesome review on this with some amazing flops, dude. That was amazing.
Yeah, I love this figure so much.
Oh, I guess I'm going back to this for now. All right. And then next up we have, come on. How can you not?
Custom by Yimmel.
And this is a pop and swap basically, right? I mean, except for the soft goods, which may be third party. Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I was in a rush and I saw this and I'm like, we got to include it. And I didn't even read about it other than the fact that it's a custom he did. I think it's on a commission and it's for a Harry Potter. And I can't remember. Slytherin, yeah.
Like the
head
original
house
Slytherin guy, right?
Oh, the original Slytherin.
Which I don't know much about. I've only read the original books. But.
Me neither.
But I want this on my shelf within the Legions, man. That looks freaking awesome.
Yeah,
this
I'm
looks
gonna do
great.
some kind of variation on that, just that look with the
That's the
necklace.
best.
Yeah,
necklace
It's the
to wear.
best.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it looks really good. Like you got that extra bulk from the cloth goods, and it sits there really, really nicely. You know, I mean, it's meant for the brute body, but man, it sits great on that body. It's really good, and this head looks good on a 1.0 too. Like really
It's
nice.
really good.
So that's it's beautiful and
Wow.
nicely lit too, Emil.
Curtis says for $1.99, the soft
Oh.
goods are smears painted. No kidding. Wow.
Oh,
They're
he
what?
dyed the
Smear, he dyed
tan.
smears. That is
Oh, okay.
amazing.
That makes sense.
And so pretty
Thank you
much
for
all
that,
the
Curtis.
parts are original Legions parts, except for some of the pieces of the for the amulet. The S amulet there,
Yeah.
and then the wand he
The wand.
carved
Oh,
from
Okay.
a weapon. The neck piece is from a Templar Knight that I adjusted, and the robe is from Samir. Okay, so the neck piece, the collar is a regular knight's collar, but he
hmm
cut it down maybe or something.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah, for the beard.
man.
That looks
dude's
really
vision,
good.
Amazing.
I love the combo here. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about dyeing a. That looks great, man. And Samir's got a great robe for dyeing, man. It's
Well,
you know,
supposedly he painted
Nice
it. He
light
didn't
color.
dye it. He painted it.
he actually painted it.
Painted the
Oh.
cloth, I guess.
Interesting.
That's what Curtis
Huh.
is saying.
Like, well, there is cloth like paint that you can get. I don't think I've ever used it, but it is available.
Wild.
Just trying to get this other camera to work. Bear with me. Don't know why it's not coming online. Did I unplug it? I might have unplugged it. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
I
worry
just
about
love
that
the
in a
way the
second.
beard, like the way that necklace, that Calazir necklace, is framed around that beard. Like that
Mhm.
whole, just that shape of this figure, and it's on the 1.0 body. Like,
Yep,
this is an awesome look.
it looks badass. Yeah, it looks really badass. All right, Joe Suter. I just thought this was a really cool, like, real
Wow.
simple, but like, how good does that look? The Skullman
really
hood,
cool.
you know what I mean? Just sitting on the white body.
This answers a question that I had. Was, like that figure? It has like
Keep
a
going.
collar with that hood. Like that's the exclusive piece, the hood and the collar.
Mhm.
And I was not sure if the collar and the hood were attached to each other, but now I know
Oh.
they're not, because I know that Joe, he doesn't modify things. His like he's like almost like in the ACBA kind of like mentality of like a
Yeah.
swap and pop purist, pop and swap purist.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, he's been coming out with some amazing pop and swaps.
Absolutely.
Really good stuff. Yeah, that helmet and that hood looks really cool.
Hang on.
You're good. I'm just gonna check. So yeah, Curtis is saying it was Citadel paint on the robe.
Okay.
Interesting.
So just regular acrylic paint.
Wild. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't either. Sorry, guys. Hang on. All right, let's see if that works. Yeah, that was just I thought a cool looking thing. And I thought this was pretty cool. So this is Dobbin Figures, who did I think if I go backwards, painted this up.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sure there's other people who've done this. I haven't seen it yet done, but man, he did a great job, or they did a great job of
Amazing.
matching the
Matching.
paint, man, and it looks really good. Like you put that side by side, really nicely done.
God, just again that.
and look at how good that
profile
looks.
That head. Just looking at those the detail on those scales is
Yeah.
absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
I like his pants.
Yeah, the
too.
paint. Yeah, he's got pants. That's great. Yeah, I thought this was excellent, man. I kind of want this. I
Wow.
kind of want to do this. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, the purple.
We'll probably get something like that eventually, but man, it looks really good.
Very
Nicely
cool.
done. All right, and that's some Legions Lounge art. Wrapping that up. So, I guess I'm just gonna be. I guess I'm just gonna be like this. See what's going on in the chat for a second, Nate. Hang on.
You're good. Yeah, well, I was just gonna say. Let's see. I guess to segue into tonight's topic, did you watch the Oscars last night at all, Bill? Do you ever watch it? Does it interest you?
Yeah, I like the Oscars. I watched a bit of it. I usually tend to kind of like tune in a little bit more towards the end when it's like the bigger ones. So I missed some celebs. Like I missed the Arnold and DeVito
It's funny.
thing. Like I missed a few things.
Yeah.
that seemed cool. And I like I guess Sean Lennon won something. And I love. He has a couple albums I really love, but he won. He must have
I
done
missed that.
soundtrack.
I didn't see that.
But,
Well, I think I want to say a foreign language short, maybe. I don't know if it was animated or not. Was based on a song of his, and maybe Yoko has credit on that too. But the
that might
the
be,
song was that inspired the short film that I believe won.
Okay.
I didn't see that. I just kind of looked at the winners because I didn't watch the whole show either. It's easy enough to go and just look for the highlights, on
Right.
YouTube or something. But I caught a little bit of it. And I just happened to, I think it was Saturday night, watched Poor Things for the first time.
Oh man, what did you think about that?
I thought it was incredible. I mean, it was.
Did you really?
I did. I loved it. I thought it was the most crazy, bizarre. It reminded me a little bit of, not as out there or as good as Everything Everywhere All at Once, but it was just so bizarrely wonderful like that. I thought,
Right.
I actually thought, Mark Ruffalo stole the movie to me. I thought he was amazing. I thought it was so funny. There was some laugh out loud parts to it. It was just, I thought it was great.
Is that the movie Emma
Music
Stone
was
won
wild. The art
Best
direction
Actress
was
for?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be honest,
you go
man.
for it?
I didn't like that movie, man.
No.
I don't know. We were sitting there. My wife and I were sitting there. Like, I mean, I'm not going to do deep discussion about it because there's some things that are kind of disturbing when I think about it. But like,
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. There was a lot of it that I was just like, how long is this movie? I don't know. I maybe it was the mood I was in. It just didn't grab me. Out of all, we tried to watch all the Oscar movies, and I think we saw almost all of them. Like maybe,
Yeah, I got to catch up on a few of them still, but
We
yeah,
gave up on
maybe.
that dream when they jumped it up to 10 or however many it is.
Yeah, 10 is nuts, man. It's nuts. It's like almost impossible.
So now the only one I think I had watched was the Leonard Bernstein movie.
Yep, that was good.
Which was good. I felt like I wish I had known more about Leonard Bernstein. I feel like it was kind of specifically like meant for that
people who
audience,
were
but
fans. Yeah. I thought the woman who played his wife was great though. She deserved that Oscar.
Yep.
Did she win that? She won that, yeah, for best supporting. I think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, she didn't.
Did she?
Oh no, supporting was the woman from the Holdovers, which was also very good. That was really
I
good.
I
haven't
need to
seen
see
that
that.
yet.
As a
I do
teacher,
too.
I definitely got to see that one.
Yeah, you'd enjoy that. It was good. I thought the Anatomy of a Fall was like one of the. That was probably the one I enjoyed the most out of everything we saw. I think.
Really?
I mean, Oppenheimer was
just
great.
gonna
I guess
say,
I guess
still
you
haven't
got to say
seen
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Oh,
I need
Oh
to see
wow.
that.
Yeah.
I just don't ever see movies anymore. It's just like until they're like out. I'm gonna actually take a day off next week. I'm gonna like put in for a day off to go see Dune.
Oh, you got it, man.
Yeah, I had to see that at the theater, the big, EMAX was called around here, but and I saw, actually that's the only one. I saw Oppenheimer at home. I saw Poor Things at home. Yeah, I don't go out.
Oppenheimer's
to movies
playing
either.
again. I'd love to go see that on the big screen.
Yeah, I mean, Lily Gladstone was great in that. I got to say that movie overall, I read the book, Killers of the Flower Moon. It was a fantastic book. The movie, not so much, man. Scorsese,
I heard that.
I don't know, man. Like it wasn't his. best work. It was a little drawn out. I mean, he could have edited it, and he didn't want to edit it down. It's a long story, but like you kind of got to focus on one aspect, and even that I think they kind of did, because there were other stories within that book of ancillary people who they didn't even get into it. It's a long book. It's a fascinating story.
It is
fascinating
on
story.
My short list to read.
Sad story, but the audiobook, if you like audiobooks, it's a great audiobook. Because there's 3 chapters. Well, there's 3 sections that they go from her character being the narrator to the FBI agent being the narrator to I forget who the third person was, but it's really good. It's really well done. But it was the book was much better than the film.
Usually the case, but it's funny. Jimmy Kimmel did make a comment about this year's movies. Average were 2.5 hours, up 30 minutes from just the average running time 3 years ago. So most of those movies were long.
Yep.
Anyways,
it's kind of the reason that like Dune was like cut in 2, because I mean you just that's why everybody said it was unfilmable, because it was just too long a story to do in one movie, and David Lynch tried to do it, and it's really cramming a lot of stuff into a 2.5 hour movie if you got to try and do it that way. So,
but I didn't feel anything was nicely paced because it was cut off. There's a lot of breathing room, and you know what I mean, in the versions we have now. Really well paced.
Wow, that is a long double feature there, Thomas. Oppenheimer and Flowers.
Dang.
That's 6.5 hours worth of movies. I know what they were trying to do, but I don't know. It's a weird thing to read on Rotten Tomatoes, because it's like some people are like genius, and some people are like WTF with this movie. And I think I'm more towards that side of things. But anyways, the Oscars was cool.
I was saying, what the fuck am I watching? But it was kind of in a good way. I mean, like I said, just there's some moments where I was laughing out loud. There was just
there was a couple of funny moments, and the art direction, the look of it
art
was
direction
cool.
was great, and the music, to me, the music was amazing.
Disturbed me. I don't know.
Oh, but it was that.
I know it was meant to disturb,
right?
But
it
like
totally disturbed me. But I think that was the genius of that music was just.
I think I don't want to get all film criticky here, but like I think like there's certain whimsical dystopian futures that get too involved with their own whimsical dystopia that like get a little too much. Yeah, all right. We're getting to it, man. Okay, because you guys never go off on a tangent about like food that you eat or anything like that. I watched the show, Curtis. I know.
Right.
You're talking about
Hey, well,
this is our segue.
That's right.
Into Hollywood casting for Legions.
Exactly.
Thank you, Bill. All right. So let's get on with it then. We've seen the awards that happened yesterday. Let's give out our awards for people who get to play our favorite characters. So we picked, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 characters from the lore, and we went through and picked our favorites. And we're going to go one by one. We don't know who picked what. So let's start with Delphina. And Nate, why don't we start with you, because you got a really cool title slide, which really kind of bridges the gap between the Oscar talk and the Legions talk.
I'll do that right after we read the Toy Locos channel.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Happy Monday. Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Thank you very much, Toy Locos.
Thank you. All right. So with that, let's meet our host for this evening. Of course, the one and only. I
said always got to be him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, whatever. He looks good in the tux, though. He looks good.
He's very dapper. All right.
Who dressed him tonight?
First up, you said Delphina is our first actress. We are going to share and here's who I picked.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you go off looks alone right here. I mean, to me, it's like stunning likeness.
Yeah.
But that wasn't necessarily why. The real reason was because she's my main Hollywood crush.
I've heard you name you shout her out a few
Has you?
times.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
where, but I've heard you
Have
say
you?
the name.
That's
When I saw that, when I saw it up there, I'm like, he's
Of
mentioned
course.
this woman before.
Yeah. I think she's a really great actress though.
Now, what's she been in?
She's been in
Yeah.
tons of
Knives
things.
Out.
I mean,
Knives Out.
Oh, Knives Out,
Knives
right,
Out,
right.
yeah,
Knives Out
she's
was
great
great.
in
Yep.
that. The first time I think I saw her was in is it called War Dogs? I think that's what it was called.
Okay.
She was in
you know,
Blade Runner
She was
2049.
in Blade Runner, yeah.
Wait, was she? Oh, she. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She was great in Blade Runner. She looked
Yeah, so
amazing
she's
in Blade
played,
Runner.
just those 3 movies right there alone, wildly different roles. So she's got great range. I think she could be a badass. She could play this role, and she's got that ethnic kind of look to her, which I think Delphina does as well. So, yeah. All that being said, that's why I picked Ana de Armas.
I forgot she was Joy. Like, she doesn't really look like her here. You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
it does. I can see it now,
Yeah.
but like with the eye makeup on and stuff, it's just a completely different looking.
I think the
now.
first
Yeah.
time I watched Knives Out, I didn't realize it was.
I didn't either.
her.
Up until this point, I didn't realize that. Cool, nice pick, man. That's good. So, like, just reading her bio. So, I know Bill said that he didn't really go by ages and things like that, which is cool. Don't have to do that. Delphina is supposed to be. The character doesn't look young, but she's supposed to be fairly young, right? Like as she grew.
Yeah.
Well, it says as she
Delphina was
grew.
19 years old when Gideon Heavensbrand reestablished
Right.
the Templars and they began to recruit new members. Although quite young to be a Templar Knight, Delphina has become a spirited and vital member of the order.
So we assume she didn't jump right into it. Maybe she's 21, 22, something like that, as she got accepted into it. So
Yeah,
youngish,
picking this character up then, or a little bit into the story. So I don't
Yeah.
know what Ana de Armas's age is right now, but I think she can still play pretty young.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think so too.
And like you said,
I would imagine she's
whether
in her
we take that
30s,
into
right?
consideration or
Something
not?
like
Yeah, I
Probably.
think I'd buy that. Yeah,
Yeah,
really. Yeah. So, anyways,
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I think it's good, man. I think that's good.
Cool.
Bill, who you got for Delphina?
I've got Amelia
Oh.
Clark, and actually, age
Nice.
did well, not her current age, but
Mhm.
like this idea of someone super young taking
Mhm.
on a big role, kind of a leadership role or whatever, reminded me a little bit of Daenerys, like how young Daenerys was. At the beginning of that, at least the character super young at the beginning of that,
Mhm.
and then also just her performance in Solo, I thought was fantastic.
Mhm.
So to me,
Yep.
yeah, and looks wise, I feel like she's got some similarities going on as well.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Yep.
It was, yeah. I mean, it's hard not to go to the Game of Thrones well, in a sense. For
Right.
I have gone to the Game of Thrones well a couple times. I will tell you that right now. But
and I just figured, well, I'm sure somebody amongst us will. And it's like I
Yeah.
said, it's easy to go there just because of the nature of the
Yep.
genre, and there's phenomenal actors and actresses on that show. So
yep.
yeah, but great pick.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I mean, I tried to stay away from that, and I've got a couple in here that I'm going through my thought process and then my ultimate thing. So, yeah, I dragged it out a little bit, but yeah, I did that with a couple of them. So we'll see if those were the final ones or not. Okay, so what I'm going to show here is not my final pick, but it was part of my thought process, and it was down to my final kind of 2 here. So I'm really leaning into her being, having an ethnic edge to her. And my first initial thought was Zendaya. And then I thought, just from a standpoint of being overplayed, it's like, it's maybe too on the nose, although this hair, like, hit me as like, wow, damn, like, there it is right there. Like, that's pretty good.
When you just said overplayed, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I forgot for a joke. I was going to put every single character, even the female characters, were going to be Pablo Pascal. Forgot I was going to do that for a laugh tonight. But, anyway,
Pedro Pascal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah, thank you. But
Yeah,
anyway,
Pedro didn't make it in. Like I was trying to stay away from that. So I was thinking a little deeper, and there was some deeper actresses here, but I settled on this one because I think this is perfect. She is older, but she plays young to begin with in her current show, and that is Jenna Ortega. I think would be great at this. I'd like to see her in like a non-comedic role. I mean, she's played non-comedic roles, but she's very good at comedy. But I think she plays that age well. I think she's right in that 20-year pocket. You know what I mean? Even though she's, I think, in her 30s.
I gotta admit, she looks super familiar. What is she known for? What is she in?
She's in the Addams Family. What's her name? I'm blanking. Wednesday. She's Wednesday.
Oh, she played. Okay. Yeah. I know I recognize her totally. Yeah, great.
I haven't seen that.
Yep. Cool.
She's great in that. That's a great show. If you haven't seen that, she's fantastic.
She's probably the youngest among all of these too, right? Like,
I think so. I think although she's not as young as she looks, honestly. I think she's in her 30s. She's been in Scream, Scream X, and then I think her big break really was American Carnage. Just looking through her. Nothing huge, but Wednesday is her big breakout. So she's really good. I like it. Is she in her 20s? I thought she was in her young 30s. Maybe she's in her late 20s. 27. I actually had their ages written down here too, but I forgot to put them on here. So yeah, that's my ultimate pick for Delphina.
Nice. Good call.
Good one. Ross. All right, next up we got Halmir Golden Tooth. Nate, why don't you take it away?
All right, here comes Halmir.
That's I like it.
I'm trying to remember who I had in here first, and after last night's Oscar
that was funny
moment, I'm like, oh my god, how could I have not picked John Cena? First of all, I think he fits the role. He looks it. He'd be great. I could see him playing a dwarf. He's funny as hell. Dwarf's got great senses of humor.
Yep.
He's built. He's sturdy. He's strong. I think he's got the look. It'd be really fun. I know.
I love it.
Who did I have? Oh, speaking of Game of Thrones, I did have, and I can't remember his name. The Hound.
Well, hold it.
Okay.
Just hold it. But I like this pick, man. I like this because, like,
I thought it was good. Yeah, and ended up trumping who I originally had in there, so I'm glad
he's got that broad nose. It kind of fits, right? and like what I was picturing for this is the kind of the John Rhys Davies, take on it. In that they'll be regular sized people who will be set into either through at this point probably CGI or the way they did Lord of the Rings, which was just the way they shot it.
To be Danny DeVito,
right?
Right.
Yeah, but he is pretty tall, but it'd be great, man. I mean, I kind of like that pick. I think I might like this better than mine.
That's a good one.
I do want to just we should do this. We should go through everybody's take on the last figure. Rob is like, no, Zendaya. Okay, I don't get the hate on Zendaya. I think she's a great actress. The only thing Jenna doesn't have is she's tiny, but like I think that's okay. I don't think she needs to be big. I'm picturing like a Joan of Arc type of thing. You know what I mean? Like she's not big, but she's mighty. You know what I mean? Like she's just a good fighter. So, what were you gonna say, Bill?
Somebody mentioned I can't find it right now that that Nate's pick was the strongest. So.
Oh, no pun intended.
For the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, for Delphina? Okay.
In Castle Feature? Yep, there it is.
She's 22 or 21, Jenna Ortega, so that's cool. The girl, I don't know who that is. Who I played X-23. I don't know, is she still acting?
It's been like 10 years since I watched that movie.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, I can't remember who that is.
I got to revisit that one. It's a good one.
George Papard. Okay.
Hannibal?
John Rhys Davies needs a role. John Rhys Davies is getting up there though, man. But yeah, sure. I love him. Don't get me wrong. But I think typecasting him as a dwarf it would be a little bit too much. But hey, this is Dream. This is all a dream. So like, it doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, I mean Danny DeVito, but I mean again, that's kind of like on the nose, sort of. But like, sure. Yeah, could be. Daphne Keene. Daphne Keene. Yeah, Daphne Keene's been in other things. I don't remember what, but I know I've
Her
seen
name
her
doesn't
since
even ring a
then.
bell to me.
Yeah, I've seen her.
She's 20 now. Wow, she was young.
Yeah. She must have been like 12 or 13.
How old is that?
In that movie.
That movie feels like it's 10 years old to me. She was
It's at
young.
least
She was
10 years old.
It's funny,
It
David.
could be.
I know. How can you go wrong with John Malkovich and anything?
All right, we have to look this up.
Just
So I'm going to
every
look up Logan. She was Laura. Logan was. Come on, 2017. Over. So what's that?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too long
7
ago.
years ago.
7 years ago. Yeah. Since then, she's been in his Dark Materials. She's going to be in the Acolyte, Star Wars show. So that's cool.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that could be good.
When does that come out? Is that coming out soon?
This summer. Yeah, I think it's this summer.
It's probably after
Yeah,
Bad
fall.
Batch.
Yeah. I like this pick a lot, man. This is good.
Cool,
This is
thank
good.
you.
I was trying to think this way, and like it could be anybody. You know what I mean? It just has to have somebody with a beard. So all right, Bill. Or a fake beard.
So my pick is from one of my all-time favorite movies, and that is Brendan.
Oh, I love that pick.
Yeah, I love this guy, and
I love Brendan. That's great.
kind of specifically like this type of role that he's been known to play. I know he's played a lot of other roles, but like this kind of role, like him with a big beard and just gruff, and like that's my helmet.
Yeah, he's in a lot of British movies. Like, I mean, he's in a lot of British TV series. He was in the Banshees of Inisherin. I just saw him in. That was a weird movie too, but I kind of like that one. It was dark.
And he's definitely a little older now. Like, don't know. If
Yeah,
he's
but
the
he
right
could play
age,
it
but-
though. I mean,
Yeah.
he could play. I mean, because we don't know. I mean, Helmer dwarves can be a little, rustic, so to speak. So, I mean, in his heyday, right here in Braveheart, he would have been great. Man, that's a good pick too. Damn it!
I'm
like that
going
one.
to say this right here. Everybody who's saying perfect, just wait. I got another one that I feel like is even more perfect. I can't wait for you guys to see.
Gary Busey for Helmer. Yeah, no, I like this a lot. I like this better than my pick. I'll be honest.
he's great.
I like them both better than my pick because I kind of like I don't know if I got lazy with it, but here's my first choice, which again, going to the well, Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I mean, I think this
that's
guy.
in there as
I
well.
actually thought about him. He was kind of like in the running.
But I might save him. He might come back in the future because I like him as an actor, and
sure.
I think
Yep, he's on my
I'm
start
surprised. I had a look because the Hobbit movies not great. You know what I mean? And like I had to look to see like did they cast him as one of the dwarves in the Hobbit, and they didn't. He wasn't in there, but man, he could have been. So that was my first choice. But then I actually went, Nate, with
Oh,
we
no
can.
kidding. That's funny.
which
Oh, nice.
I love him as an actor, and I
Yeah.
mean, he's got kind of the look. And again, like anybody could kind of play the dwarf, but I mean, I just thought he had this look, and I really liked his attitude. And I'm picturing Helmir, like we can read his bio, but yeah, kind of scrappy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I like the way he played this role. So
That's funny.
a little bit adjacent, not to overuse that word. Beast-like ferocity with his dwarven war this dwarven warrior grew into legendary proportions. Even his largest, toughest, and mightiest combatants understood that it was wise to always avoid the utterly devastating hammer of Helmer Goldentooth. So, I mean, I love them all, man. Any one of those picks would be fantastic.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's a good.
I love it. Rory is Torgon, but like, yeah, maybe I could see Rory as Torgon too. It's possible. I mean, again, like they're kind of interchangeable to some degree, but I like that too. Yeah, so either one of those guys might come back.
Yeah. And who was
right.
Jamie's hand? What's that guy's name again in the show? He was also on my short
Mm-hmm.
list.
Yeah, he almost came up as somebody later on. He's not, but I was picturing
that
Christopher Hivju as Torgon because he's got the red hair to begin with. Not that matters, but I just saw that.
Brom was the character.
Brom. Yeah.
Brom was
Brom.
good.
Yep.
I don't know who this was about, Greg. I think it was about Bills. Yeah, it was about Bills. I love that pick too. Rory should be Torgon. Okay, between choices, go with Trevor. Okay. Zach Galifianakis. I'm sure. I could see that too.
I can see that. Yeah.
I like having the humor and some of these
The
roles.
Hound.
So.
Sheamus from WWE. I don't know Sheamus from WWE. I'm not a WWE guy. Sorry. Yeah, just for fun. If they made a movie, they're not actually making a movie. I mean, that we know of, that I know of, and I mean, we assume that something like this is probably going to be an animated movie at first, if anything. But this is a dream. This is a dream.
Just having fun.
Yeah, but if it ever gets to the point where you can cast these actors, like it's kind of,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to have the people that are coming up for some of these roles, and even these people, I mean, Rory's not like the top billing, but Jenna Ortega and what I got coming up, like, forget about it. This would be like, the Ben-Hur of what was the most expensive movie in its time period that was ever made? I thought it was Ben-Hur, but whatever.
Can you imagine? Legions Con 2030. We're waiting in line.
Oh my God!
Autographs.
Can you imagine the cast of Mythic Legions, the movie? Good Lord, that would be incredible. All right, so far so good. Says Alvin Toy Hunter. All right, next up we got Lucretia. This was interesting for me because I was all over the place on this, and I got more into, like, who could play the character well. So Nate, what did you think about Lucretia? Like, let's read Lucretia's bio here quick. Let's do that first.
We read it and then I'll bring it up.
Where is she? There she is. Okay, Lucretia is groomed from birth by her father, the legendary Balin Volliger, to become. So she's still got her daddy over, kind of looking over her shoulder, to become the leader of Alithia's brood. Lucretia couldn't be more suited to her bloody reign of horror, completely devoid of emotion and empathy. Well, I mean, it's like she's a callous warmonger who is all too willing to wipe out thousands as a means to her cruel ends. A bloodline descended directly from Alithia herself gives Lucretia immense power and a militant sense of responsibility that continually urges her to bring back her ancient ancestor. All right.
Lots of work with there.
Yep.
So I was just going to say, so just as much as I said we could easily have gone to the Game of Thrones we could have gone to the, of course, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And it was easy, of course, to go to an amazing, huge, great cast from Dune. That having just been out. So that being said, my pick is Austin Butler.
Austin Butler is a woman?
I'm totally kidding. This is good. I just had to throw it in there just because of the look.
It's perfect. It's a perfect look.
That being said, a small role in at least, I hope this isn't a spoiler, but this is what I picked. Anya Taylor-Joy.
I had her on my short list, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looks nails it. I think she's an amazing actress. With you read that bio, there's a lot to play with there.
Yep. Good age.
Totally good age. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Even though vampires, I mean, could be hundreds of years old, they still look good. It's like depends on when you became. I don't know how you birth a vampire, but like I guess she was birthed a vampire, so like whatever. She probably, they look eternally young.
Yeah.
So it's good.
But I think she's a phenomenal actress. And again, looks wise, easily there. It's not a big stretch by any means.
Yep. Anybody who does this role is going to have a little bit of makeup on the forehead, the little, the Star Trek: The Next Generation sort of alien look to them. But you got to get that jawline, and you got to be able to look good and gaunt, and she is.
Yeah. So that's what I want.
There you go. I like it.
Somebody mentioned.
Any thoughts on Austin? I don't know. No.
Well, I actually, he was on a short list for something else too. So.
Oh, okay.
I took him off the short list, so he won't be coming up. But I'll tell you what it was.
All right, ready for mine?
Yep.
Okay. I pretty much did go just strictly on who I've seen with a bald head, who I think looks amazing.
It was hard not to, right?
Sinead O'Connor?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The Alien 3 look, I just, that's really all it is. I mean, also she's a phenomenal actress. She could pull like any role off, but
she played Zool, so it's not too far.
Right. That look right there for me kind of nails it.
That's great. I like it. I like that a lot. That would be great. I like the way you're doing this. I'm glad you went this route because I don't think either Nate or I went this route. So it's like kind of like in their prime heyday casting for the movie.
Right.
Would be. It's really cool.
She'd
be great.
There's one person in the chat who has one that I was gonna pick, but I didn't because I thought she would play somebody else better. But we'll talk about that after.
So to go through, should we go through everybody else's after we're done? Yeah, we'll go through everybody else after we're done. Okay. All right. I like that pick. That's really a good pick.
Really good pick.
All right. So this I think I might have had 3 here that I went through my train of thinking. So Anya Taylor-Joy was on the short list because of her bone structure and stuff. I can't get past it how like nice she is in a lot of her characters though. So but that didn't enter into it because I thought of somebody else. So Palm Clementif, I think, has that. So this is Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think she's great, and she's so nice, and I'd love to see her. I think she's got, just seeing them, an actress with pulled hair back, like you said, Bill, like just being able to play bald, and look good doing it. I think she's got a great bone structure, and I just love to see her play somebody evil. So that was on the short list. That's not who I ultimately went with. I don't even know if that's the second one or if it's the third one, but we'll go to the next one. Zoe Kravitz. I love Zoe Kravitz. Mm-hmm. She's got that, that jawline too as well. But ultimately, and this may be a bit of recency bias, but like having seen this actress play a character who I think is a hop, skip, and a jump away from possibly being Lucretia, Rebecca Ferguson. Dune. Like she's just like scary. Like she's scary as like somebody with a lot of dark power. Like, like I could just see her being super, just like even the way she puts her eye, even in this shot, like just like, I mean, she wouldn't maybe have eyeball or irises at least, or pupils, but I could totally see that.
Yeah, she's phenomenal in Dune 2. I don't think she's getting as much hype as she should for that movie.
Yeah.
She's a great actress anyways.
Like my second favorite person in that movie. She's incredible. And probably for the whole series, besides Timothée Chalamet doing a great job, she's it, man. She's incredible. Really, really good.
Really good pick. Yeah. Damn.
So let's go back and see. We got Anya Taylor-Joy. Rick Jones with you. Cate Blanchett. Oh, so good. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Cate Blanchett crossed my mind. That was one that I was kind of.
A lot of Tilda Swinton. I can see that, and she played a bald character before in Doctor Strange and the Avengers. Mm-hmm. So I mean, she can pull that off for sure. I don't know Natalie Dormer. I know the name, but I don't know.
Oh, she was in Game of Thrones. She was her eyes are kind of set. I forget her character's name, but
she was
the King.
Martell, right? Not Martell.
Yes. Yeah, she's good.
That's a good pick.
That was one that I was thinking, but
okay.
I realized that she would be better as Juno the Crusher.
Oh, that would be good too. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's going to come up in a future show. Yeah. Cate Blanchett. A lot of people saying Cate Blanchett. Rick Jones said
Marjorie. Martel. Yeah.
Zoe Saldana is a good pick.
Cate Blanchett has that otherworldliness to her that I think a vampire can have.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Joan Cusack. Okay. I don't love Joan Cusack. I don't know. It's okay. I got a personal thing there, so I'm not my favorite pick, but I'll go with it, Jordan.
Andy Dick as Lucretia.
Andy Dick. Sophie Turner would be good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Again, we're going to the Game of Thrones. Yeah. It's hard not to.
There's just,
Natalie Portman also.
The list is so
bald.
deep there. Yeah,
true.
Actually, she'd be great. She was a trip in Black Swan.
She seems she's actually very diminutive, though. Am I wrong about that? Like but I mean, there's nothing saying that Lucretia can't be like kind of tiny. Like, I mean, she could just be kind of a Palm. I could see as Artemis. I could see Palm as Artemis. That might come up, man. I may pull that. I may pull that. What's dang it, Trevor? What does that mean? Did I let you down? I think Zoe Kravitz would be good too. I mean, race doesn't matter here, obviously. And you know, she's a great actress, man. I really love her, so I could see that too. I think it's the recency bias making me go with Rebecca Ferguson, honestly. Rebecca Romaine, sure. Zoe, okay, Zoe. Yeah, Marjorie Tyrell. Everybody's coming through that. Marge Portman, okay. Lucy Lawless. I don't know about that. Oh yeah, Denai. Yeah, I mean, she played Bald before.
I don't know who that is.
That's Walking Dead. What's her name? I'm forgetting her name from Walking Dead, and she was also in Black Panther. She's one of
Michonne?
the Michonne.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It should be good. Could see that. I could see her in something else, honestly. Or it might come up later on. Not tonight, but another time. Zoe's got the look. Yeah, I think so too. I'm just gonna go back to Zoe. I think she could, especially in this picture, she really looks like she could carry off that evil bald-headed look.
Yeah.
All right.
Watch it.
All right, cool. So that's that. That's Lucretia. Big guns coming up here. These two next ones are big casting. This is Atlas we're going with. Atlas the Conqueror. Atlas Leaseer, if you want to go by, his proper name. So, all right, Nate, who you got?
I think for this one, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, this is the one where I had several, like you did, Trevor, on a lot of picks.
I got so many for this.
I had them all done up in slides and everything too. And a lot of them I think were maybe a little too obvious. So I went with someone who's, I think, to me, fairly new to the scene. Oh, Atlas. Yeah. Did I do this right? Yeah.
Yeah, Atlas.
Sorry, I was getting mixed up with Attila. Atlas, I went straight to Tom Hardy.
Okay.
Sorry, I was getting mixed up with Attila. Yeah, Atlas, Tom Hardy. I think
Tom Hardy'd be great.
He's gruff, he's badass, he's bucks a system, he can play that. We're getting a band of misfits together. I'm not going to follow the rules and be in the army of Leodisier. I'm going to do my own thing, whatever. I think he'd be fantastic. I love him as an actor.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I believe this shot is when he was getting ripped for playing Venom, I think.
Okay.
Which not his best role. He's played great roles, but anyways, yeah.
Go ahead.
I just want to share my screen and mention one other character that he could have played. Here, hang on 1 second. I'm going to share this right here because he also could have played Lucretia.
Wow,
that's Tom Hardy.
Crap.
That's Tom Hardy from Star Trek Nemesis. He was
wow.
He was the Romulan Picard.
Wow,
that is blowing my brain right now.
Holy crap.
Wow,
that is a long time ago.
Yeah,
wow,
that was years ago.
Jesus.
Sorry to interrupt.
Talk about bulking up. Good Lord. Wow.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he was skinny.
So, yeah.
I think that's a good pick. I mean, I was playing like for age like now, which I get, it doesn't necessarily matter. This is dream casting. And I did think of Tom Hardy. I thought maybe he might, but he's the older brother. So like he plays young. I mean, dude looks good, man. So he's like, he doesn't have to be, he could be he's in his 40s or something. Like he could definitely play in his like 30s, and there's nothing saying Atlas isn't in his 40s. So
Yeah,
I think it's a good,
any
I think it's
gray
good.
in Atlas's beard or hair. Yeah. So
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right.
Who you got, Bill?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at Josh Brown saying I like that movie. If you're talking about Nemesis, I like that movie too.
Nemesis was a good one.
Let me so
Blaze.
Whoops, that's not mine.
You and Blaze are on the same page.
Yeah.
This is mine here. Okay.
5 Blaze.
All right, so we're on Atlas. I feel like mine is like the most obvious thing ever that like a lot of people would pick, but I got Chris Hemsworth as Atlas.
right? Him or Attila, either one you could have picked easy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, this hair that you picked, I forgot the shot
Yeah, I
as
had to
Thor
go, I had
is
to go
almost
with
exact. Good Lord, look at that. That's insane. It's like a mirror.
Great
But
pick.
yeah, I mean, he's awesome. He's also
Whether
jacked,
he's obvious or
right?
not, it's a great pick.
Totally
Right,
jacked.
This not in this movie, like this
Yeah.
look was not the jacked look, but this hair is perfect for it. You do a combination of like peak Thor and this, and yeah, you've got it.
Joel is with you on this. Toy Locos channel said Chris Hemsworth. Hemsworth, either one. Well, that's interesting. That might come up.
Any of the three.
Chris Hemsworth.
Both Hemsworths
for
the brothers.
Thistlethorn. Well, so interesting. So I don't know if you want to say any more about this, but I'm gonna put mine up because I've got a bunch here and some thinking. So this I took this out because I just thought it was again like too on the nose, but it works. I mean, and it really works for it works for a reason that we'll come up with the next character. Okay, so but ultimately I said okay. Maybe the guys might be tired of playing long-haired thundering barbarians. he's going to be in Furiosa. He's got a prosthetic nose for that one, but like it basically looks like Thor. Anson Mount, who's the captain on the new Star Trek Pike, and has been in a lot of things. I mean, he's a great actor. Never saw him with a long hair and a beard, but he could do it. I think he could pull it off. But ultimately, I went with Charlie Hunnam. So this is what's the name of the show?
I don't recognize this guy.
Yeah, hang on a second. I gotta. He's in the biker show that I actually didn't even watch, but I've seen him in other things too. So Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
So he's the son in Sons of Anarchy. But I think he's got the look. I think he's got this badass look. He played a badass in that show. I've seen clips from it. I haven't watched the whole show, but I just thought, looks wise, I thought he kind of had the same look as him. But Chris Helmsworth, it's kind of like, how could you not? You know what I mean? Right. If you're dream casting, it's like, yeah. I was trying to get a little deeper, but there you go.
Speaking of going back,
Kurt Russell, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
Kurt Russell,
30 years ago, yeah, that's a good pick.
Pacific Rim, that's right. He was in Pacific Rim too. Yep.
Oh right, okay, that's him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, I thought that was just different. I was trying to come up with something that I didn't think was going to be like, because my first thought was Chris Helmsworth, and that's going to come up a little later too. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Hell on Wheels. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. All right, our next pick. So some of the chat, I think a lot of people were on board with Chris Helmsworth.
While you go through the chat, I'm gonna be right.
Okay. Gerard Butler, Josh Brolin, older, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, Gerard Butler, that's a good pick.
Lou Diamond Phillips for Atlas. Okay.
Wow.
All right, that's weird.
I think
Hardy's a good pick. Alan Richson. I have to look up Alan Richson. Alan Richson. Boy. Okay, I can see that. Reacher. Oh, he's Reacher. Yeah. He's Jack Reacher in Reacher. I don't know if anybody's watched that. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Jason Momoa.
I like that.
Yeah, he'd be good.
I like that. That's good. He's got the build. Jason Momoa. Yeah, sure. Andy Dick. Andy Dick can play.
I'm still laughing at Lou Diamond Phillips.
I know Lou Diamond Phillips is like out of the blue, man. I mean, like,
who knows when I make the comment how serious he is.
It's like how old is Lou Diamond Phillips now at this point? I mean, again, dream casting, 70s. Whatever, I suppose.
But it is a good point.
70s.
The Hemsworth brothers playing the Leo Sear brothers.
Carrie Busey.
Yeah. I considered doing that for both of them. I didn't end up doing that, but I thought about it.
From the Norsemen or I don't know what the Northman is. The
The
Northman.
Northman was the Viking movie was out last year. It was really good.
I thought that was is it the Northman or the Norseman? I forgot.
It's the Northman.
Northman. Okay, that was good. I mean, that guy would be great too. Yeah, I don't know who that was.
But list for these for Attila and Atlas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good. What was that? One of the it wasn't a Skarsgård, was it? I don't think it was.
Yeah, it might have been actually.
Maybe it was.
I think it was. Yeah, it's Alexander.
Oh, it is.
Skarsgård.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He got ripped.
He'd be amazing for either of these two roles.
Yeah, that's true. He would be good.
Yeah.
He would be good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those Skarsgårds, man, they're everywhere.
Right.
All right. Next up,
Okay.
We have somebody related, Attila.
So this is the one I said I had a bunch of picks and I had a bunch of slides for.
Okay.
Hemsworth, a lot of the, I think, go-to. And it's very interesting what someone just brought up because this is where I landed.
Oh, there you go. Wow, that picture right there.
Yeah.
Jesus. Holy God, man. That looks incredible.
He's got that square jaw. He's fucking huge. I mean, I only know him in Reacher. I love that show. And he's pretty controlled and measured.
Okay.
I mean, he's a badass, but he's, very controlled and measured, which you could see to me playing.
I think Attila is like that.
It would be like that. So
see, I think Attila's a good guy, but I think he's like definitely like a little type A, little high strung, little, wanting to prove himself from his, his older brother. And man, the look, dude, that's insane.
Yeah, the hair kind of got lucky finding that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I mean,
he's big. I don't picture Attila being quite as big as Atlas, but I mean, they're brothers, so they both should be in relatively the same shape. You know what I mean? So I could. Yeah. So your two picks of Tom Hardy and this guy, I mean, I think that's a good. They look like they're age wise, like Tom Hardy's a little older. This guy's looks like he's in his 30s, mid 30s, something like that.
Yeah, mid to late.
That's
probably,
good.
Yeah,
I like it. Cool. All right, Bill, what do you got?
Okay. So somebody earlier had mentioned this name way before we started talking about this stuff, but I got Henry Cavill.
Oh, yeah. I think it was Rob Zamora was like, Henry Cavill has to be in here. That's a good pick, too.
He's great. He was one of my short picks for this, Bill.
He's got over the top heroic kind of thing going on too. I feel like that's Attila.
Totally.
Sure. Good pick.
I like to see him play a badass too. Like I know he's done that in other movies too, but like just like somebody a little tougher. But he's got that. I think Attila has got a little bit of a nicer edge to him than maybe Atlas does. Gilbert Gottfried would have been perfect.
Names right now, sure. But who's our character that's coming up in the next wave that's got the great stash that's coming up?
Gideon.
Thank you, Gideon. I could see Henry playing Gideon with Henry grow that mustache back.
Yeah, he had that stash. Yeah. I could definitely see that.
That's true. That's good. I like this too. This is good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm liking my picks less and less, but like whatever. All right. So I think I had 2 or 3 here for this one as well. So my first pick, coming back to the Helms, like how cool would it be to have the Hemsworth brothers play brothers? I mean, the younger brother playing the younger brother, the older brother playing the older brother. Yeah, I don't know if he's got the look. I don't know if he's got the chops. We'll see. I don't know if I remember seeing him in anything.
I was thinking the other brother, which I can't remember his name right now. There's a third guy.
Is he an actor though?
He was in Westworld.
Oh.
He was Chubbs is it Chubbs? Is that his name? Stubbs in Westworld.
I don't remember
what the heck
that.
Is his? I forget his first name.
I don't either.
We got Liam and Luke. Oh yeah, Luke.
That's
that guy. You know what?
Daryl.
Damn it, that's a better pick. Luke Hemsworth is a better pick.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Luke might be older. Like it's the older.
I think Luke's older than Chris.
Yeah, so it's like a little.
But I mean, you swap them out. Let me just share this for a second because this is pretty good. But I mean, like we're just going by a picture. I mean, he kind of looks like him, but like he could swap out, grow a beard, and he could be, Atlas.
He could be Atlas too. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking age, so
he's really good.
I forgot about him. Yeah, I was thinking age, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to have brothers play brothers. But that was initial thought. Then I thought of this guy. I think he's got the look, but ultimately, Richard Madden, picking from Game of Thrones as well.
Sure, right. I can see that.
A little smaller, but I was kind of thinking him as a little more strategic person, and maybe not as like as much of a barbarian, jacked up. But I like him as an actor. It was kind of cool. So that was ultimately who I picked. But I gotta say, I think I like both of your picks better.
This is good. Real good stuff.
He's a good actor.
He's got the hair.
He's got the hair. Yeah. He's got the eyebrows.
Man, what was the series?
Maybe not quite the jawline. It's tough to get that squared jawline, but I think your pick might have been the closest there.
I think you got to have someone with a chin strap beard for it to really get that look.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yes, I know Liam is the new Witcher. It's going to be interesting to see what he does with that. So
yeah.
This is not the guy with the fake hammer. No, Thomas. Thomas, you can leave now.
As I
just kidding. Jesus Christ. Jimmy Smits.
See, yeah. Rob Zamora.
Van's got a type, I think.
I think so.
Rob Zamora with 499 bomb. Charlie Hunnam and Travis Fimmel. Fimmel. Okay, let me see. Travis Fimmel. I don't know Travis Fimmel. I'm terrible. Like, this was hard for me because I'm terrible with like actors' names, and like I'm always like the person who's in the room going to my wife, like, you know, the guy who was in the thing with that other girl. You know,
I used to be really good at it, but no.
Oh, I know this guy. Okay, I know this guy. Yeah. What the hell was he in? Wait a minute. Warcraft. That's not what I know. Oh, Vikings. Maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Vikings. I know him from
Is he
something
the main
else.
guy from Vikings? Because he was on my short list, if that's who it is.
Oh, Raised by Wolves. That's what I know him from. Yeah, he was the cult leader in Raised by Wolves. Yeah, he's a scary looking dude, man. He's a scary actor too. Like, he plays scary well. That would be cool. Actually, I'd like him for Atlas, man. He's pretty cool. Nice. Love it.
Cool.
That's good.
Good stuff.
That's good. All right. Next up, we've got probably the hardest, though Bill says he nailed this.
Oh.
But this was the hardest for me. And I wasn't sure whether to go, and thank you, Rob. Appreciate it, man. That was good. Good pick, and thank you for the super chat. Whether to go voice actor on this, or mocap actor, or just somebody that might be the right person to play it live action. I don't know. It was very hard. It is Thistlethorn. So Jesse, get ready, man. Jesse, get ready with your pick for Thistlethorn.
Jesse, I don't know.
This is so hard.
This was the one I struggled.
I don't even remember my reasoning for what I picked. So you go ahead.
Well, I think I ended up going. I was thinking more CGI, a la, Raccoon, Rocky, Raccoon,
right, which is
But it's more, I guess, of a voiceover character. To me, this guy is, and I feel like Thistlethorn could be very lovable. He could be badass, but he could be funny too. He could be sort of the comic relief, kind of guess like,
Yeah.
So, that being said, I went with.
I like that. I kind of like that.
Accent.
Mm-hmm.
Accent. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely like the British accent for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I
definitely, if he's comic relief,
the
for
Rick
sure.
laugh coming out of Thistlethorn, I think would be hilarious.
I think Thistlethorn is a tough character to like nail down as to what its attitude would be, or its personality would be like. I mean, elusive woodland goblin, the relic master, dedicated himself to preserving the history. I feel like maybe that's a little more, like wizened or something. But again, it's like he feels like a little kid. You know what I mean? Like,
there's goblin in it, so
yeah, he's goblin, but he's a fuzzy goblin, so he might have like a little like scratchy, weird, like
to him,
baby voice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Guardian of Castle Silverhorn's greatest treasures, like kind of a nerd, like a little bit of a nerd, but like, damn, I like the voice choice, man. That's good. That's good. I like it. All right, Bill.
This is the one. I've been waiting for.
Pressure's on. Christopher Walken.
So you got,
Seth Rogen.
Thistlethorn, you got to have, I think you got to have a Weasley laugh. And I think I nailed the look. Like, I think this actor could actually play him in live action.
Okay.
And yeah, and he is a nerd. He's got a nerdiness to him. So I went with David Spade.
I love it.
Like, if you ever heard David Spade laugh, like, I feel like his laugh is perfect for it. But and he's done some voice acting. We were listening to the Adam Sandler Leo. My daughter was watching it in the car, and I was listening to it. And I'm like, that's Adam Sandler, and then like David Spade's in it and stuff, and then that led us to listening to David Spade and Dana Carvey's podcast, which is amazing.
Is it? I gotta listen to that.
It's really good. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my pick.
Just David like Spade. Hear this. I can only hear him as smarmy.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Wow, that's funny. That is funny.
Before they get away from us too far, Thomas Belay, $4.99. I just
Thank you, Tom.
Received my As a Hazar from the giveaway.
Oh, great.
First Poxus figure in hand. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you and what you do for the community. Thank you, Thomas.
Thanks, Thomas.
Back at you,
Glad you got it.
Love you.
Jesse hates our comedy picks.
I knew he would. Timothy Shamalama Ding Dong. Yeah, sure.
You got to know what yours is, Trevor. Just look at this picture.
You guys are dead to me.
Oh, sorry, Jesse. I'm dying to know.
I think you might be happier with my pick, Jesse, because I played it a little straighter. So
we'll talk about it in person this weekend, Jesse.
I had two I narrowed it down to, and the first one is more like from a if you were taking it from person in a costume type of take. This is the kid from Room. Jacob Tremblay. I just think he's got, he's skinny enough to get into a suit that looks like this, you know what I mean? Like, that looks like this character. He's American, so he's got that. I don't know if he'd do the voiceover or whatever, but, I could see it. I could see Thistlethorn as having, not even an English, or a common, whatever the common tongue is in Mythos accent and just being a little more. But, he's youngish, so I thought he could. That was coming from that perspective, but ultimately from a voice perspective or a voice-over perspective, Tom Holland.
Yeah, I can totally see that too.
His natural English accent is good. I think he's got that nice friend. I just picture him as very nerdy, and I think he'd play the nerdy. He's maybe something a little different than just like Peter Parker, and obviously with an English accent. But I just thought that he might have a good voice.
Yeah, I think you were about to say friendly too. That to me is a good adjective to describe Thistlethorn. I imagine him being very friendly too.
Yeah, just kind of a nerd, kind of more concerned with, the preservation of things than being very aware of. Even though he's got these cool ass swords, so combative or violent or something. He's a little more of a a bookworm or something like that. So what say you, Jesse? You will be the arbiter of this.
Well, Joe,
how could you not have Jesse? We should have had Jesse Arnold play.
If Thistlethorn were in flannel, for sure, that'd be a lock.
Yeah, Jesse can do the voice.
He does the voice.
That laugh would be incredible. Right?
Right. My thing that I can't get over with Thistlethorn is
what is this? What is this from Curtis? I don't understand. Go ahead, Bill.
I can't. The thing I can't get over with is how much I think Thistlethorn and Faunus are Rocket and Groot. And so to me, he's very much like a rocket. I could totally see doing.
You see,
he's got that giant sword. It's like Rocket's giant guns and stuff. It's just, to me, that's
so you're taking the sarcastic route. He's a little more.
And he's likes to collect things. Rocket likes to gather. I don't know.
Okay, that's a good take. That's a good take. I like that. Yeah.
Totally where I was going.
Yeah.
It's all in how the character's designed. I guess, and That could totally be the case. I really want to know, Curtis. Like, can you elaborate on this? I don't understand. What's the problem?
You know who I really want to talk to about this is Eric Treadaway. Totally.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, we should have had
I hope
Eric
he
on
watches
this
it. If
We're going to have Eric on one of these. He's going to actually do it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get Eric
Yeah.
on, and he's going to actually pick some. That would be
yes, we need to,
incredible.
for sure.
Yeah.
Or
at least react to our picks.
Honestly, I
what
could.
There you go,
the
Cloud.
hell were you? Yeah, you're so far off.
You named your pick? Where did you name your pick? Did you see Jesse's pick?
I will search.
Could you rename it, Jesse, so we don't have to try to search through the...
You guys are
I
dead
hear
to me.
Thistlethorn going full donkey laughing. Tom Holland is an odd pick.
Toby.
Oh, why is it an odd
Cabell.
pick? He's got a voice. Why is Andy Serkis any different? I don't understand.
Performance capture and voice by Tony Cabell, who I don't know who that is. Toby Cabell.
Toby Cabell. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
K-A? What is it? What is it? Tony Cabell. I got it.
Kebel.
Oh, he's the guy who's going to be playing Caesar in... Not Caesar, but in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Koba. Oh, he played Koba. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I got a picture of his back. He plays a lot. It seems like he does a lot of he does a lot of voiceover in video games. Okay. I don't know his voice off the top of my head, but okay.
I think we're finally getting an answer from Curtis here.
Cool.
I have bet that one of your picks would have been from Andor, and you're letting me down.
Oh, well, stay tuned, Curtis. To be disappointed further.
we did talk a lot about Skarsgårds, and there's a Skarsgård in Andor.
There is a Skarsgård. We did talk about Skarsgård briefly, but not as anything that we've had on this list yet. But it's not over. Alan Tudyk is great. He's a great voiceover. David Tennant. David Tennant could be cool, man. He's got that kind of lilting little, like kind of he could play that little high voice type of thing, or a weird little, half goblin, half cute woodland creature type of thing. That could be kind of cool. I like that. Simon Pegg and Nicholas Frost as Thistlethorn and Frost. Okay.
I like the Simon Pegg.
I do too.
I like Simon Pegg. Yeah.
That's a great call, Anthony.
Yeah, I like it. All right.
Cool.
He was Koba. He did an orc in World of Warcraft, and he's Doom in the god awful Fantastic Four. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Tennant could play as a real jerk too, but I could see him as playing it a little sweeter too. Last, this is my favorite one, and I'm curious as to what you guys pick, because this is the one out of everything that I think I freaking nailed.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I nailed this.
Okay.
So Dubon is our final character, and
Ready?
Nate, what do you got for Dubon?
You think you nailed it? I don't know if you're gonna get.
Maybe
much
I
better.
expect somebody to have the same one that I do.
Here we go.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
I haven't found him in a hood.
You got him with a hood. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I like Idris.
he'd crush it, man. He's great. I like him. I love him as an actor. I think he's a fantastic actor. Obviously has the look, right age. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Yep. I think it's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I didn't think of Idris. I think I may have thought of him, but I think of him as younger than he is. I don't know, something. I was just thinking of like older actors or something. So
yeah, he's actually
he's,
a little bit older.
he's
than
not.
you
He's
think.
like in his
pretty
40s, right? Or in his maybe he's 40. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, The
I
Wire
saw
was
some pictures of him.
Yeah, that's true. The Wire was like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to be in his 40s. Yeah, he's got to be in his mid 40s.
And
maybe even pushing
Suicide
50.
Squad, he was amazing. In the new one, the latest one, but yeah.
I haven't seen that. I haven't
Oh,
seen any
so
of those.
good.
Yeah, he was very good in that. That was actually really good. I kind of like the Suicide Squad, the second Suicide Squad.
Second one was so entertaining. Yeah. We got Keith Baker out of it, which was phenomenal.
IMDb, 72. So he's in his 50s. Okay, so that's perfect. That works really
I
well.
thought he was up there. Yeah.
I picture Dubon being, an older gentleman in his 50s. God, that's me. Anyway, Dubon. Let's read Dubon's bio here really quick. I like that pick though. That's really good. Dubon. Dubon is something of a curiosity. As one of the few non-Fey members of Xylona's flock, this human ranger from the northern reaches of the kingdom spends his day traveling, oftentimes carrying messages from Xylernian guard units to other outposts of commanders in the flock. Having trained as a Takajo or Hawkmaster, Dubon is never without his loyal wing companion Vedfrolnirl, which I still can't pronounce. An inseparable pair, they provide key intelligence in their efforts to maintain peace in a realm slowly succumbing to the evils of war. Vedderfolnir. There you go. I like it. Good pick.
Cool. Rob comes
What do you got, Bill? Yep.
Riz Ahmed. Enough said. Move on.
Riz Ahmed.
Too skinny though. Like I don't.
Yeah.
So he was in Rogue One.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
what's the movie where he was deaf?
Rook.
He was playing the drums and he was deaf.
Yeah.
Really good movie. But,
Bodhi.
I think he's too young too.
Yeah, he feels too young to me, and I mean, not that you can't bulk up, but
Right.
like
Yeah,
I think
people
he's
can bulk
got
up.
a body type that it'd be tough to change, and I just feel like he's too young. I mean,
Good actor though.
but but okay, good actor. Yeah. I wouldn't say that there isn't a place for that actor though. Got some thoughts on that. All right, Bill, what do you got for
All
this
right,
one?
I'm gonna go with David Spade. No, just kidding. I got.
That's cool.
I see Dubon at like he kind of looks like a little Spanish, like a little conquistador kind of thing going on there. So
Yep.
yeah, I kind of went that way with it. And Javier Bardem, obviously going back to the Dune well that we've all been dipping into.
Yep.
But yeah,
Very cool.
awesome actor, and I, think
love
he
it.
would be perfect.
Love
He's a
it.
great actor.
So
I can't wait for you to see Dune 2, man. He's like one of
phenomenal.
my favorite parts of Dune 2. Like
Yeah.
he was great in Dune 1. Like he had some great lines and a couple things, but he didn't have a lot of time. And like he's got so much more time in this, and man, he's so good.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
He's got a good range in the second Dune too. Like
Yeah, we have. I mean, Idris is more of an Otho actor. Maybe I don't see
can
Otho
see him
as
there.
as old, but maybe it's possible. We're gonna come around to Otho eventually. So we don't want to let any of these things go. Antonio Banderas. Okay.
Or we go back to Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips. Lou
now
Diamond Phillips really could play everything. He's the he's like the bottom in Midsummer Night's Dream. That is way too deep a reference. I'm sorry, never mind. Like he wants to play every part. Like it's just he comes in. I could play that too.
I get that.
Thank you, thank you. I gotta rely on the English teacher to get my the literature teacher to get my my Shakespeare joke. All right. So I freaking nailed this. I think this is great. I love this guy. I love his as an actor. I mean, he hasn't been. I don't know of him a lot more than what he's been in recently, but I think he's perfect for it, just looks wise and everything. My only pick, Lenny James from the Fear the Walking Dead. I love this guy. He's a great actor. He's got the chops in terms of like fighting skills and stuff like that. I think he's really good. And yeah, he's got kind of a hood on here, but I think he's good. Do you know these guys? Do you know him?
I don't.
I'm not very familiar with him. I mean, I recognize the face from like ads and stuff, but
Yeah, Fear the Walking Dead. If you haven't seen it, he's very, very good, man. I really, he's a great actor. He's got that kind of calm Zen thing going on, especially with the character that he plays. The character that he plays in the Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, very similar to how I pictured Dubon being. Just very, very controlled, and a badass when he needs to be, but not somebody who's going to come out and start right off the bat like kicking ass.
Cloud's with you. Josh Jay's with you. Thomas is with you.
Morgan, yeah, exactly, Morgan.
Cool.
Too old. Wait, I missed that one. Hang on. All the actors. Keeps jumping. All the actors you guys picked are too old. I don't think. I mean, he's got gray in his beard. He's got to be in his 40s at least.
At least.
You know.
Yeah.
I
Go back.
think.
His beard. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's a more of a wizened. Jeffrey Wright would be good. Jeffrey Wright was like.
he crossed my mind.
Yeah,
as well.
he crossed my mind too.
That's a really cool pick too. I like that a lot.
How about friend of the show Felix Solis?
Oh,
that could be cool.
wow, interesting.
I could see him in some. We got to cast him in something for sure.
Maybe not Dubon, but I could see him definitely in that
I could
movie.
see him too. That's a good call, Bill.
We're gonna have to cast him and then tell him we casted him.
Have him back on.
Pedro Pascal as Dubon.
There you go.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright, I think, is a good pick. Rob, what is your problem, man? 40's the new 20, man. Come on, stop.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Come on.
Yeah, he was one of the better characters in Walking
Walker,
Dead too.
like from the Walking Dead, like
no, with a walker from like a walker,
old
like
people?
like an old person. Yeah. Snatch. That's right. He was great in Snatch too. Yep. Yeah, Dubon's a little older. Yeah. So.
Who's this? I don't recognize this name.
I see an
Carrie
IHawk.
Payton. Let's take a look. KHARY. It's got to be one of the only people with Carrie Payton. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Carrie Payton. Oh, I know this guy. Walking Dead too. Yeah, he's Ezekiel from The Walking Dead. Hang on, let me bring this up. He'd be good. I like that. I like that pick. Yeah, he's Ezekiel in The Walking Dead. He plays the guy. He's got the dreadlocks and the tiger and stuff. There he is. That'd be good. Yeah, he's a good actor, man. I like him too. Ultimately, I like Lenny James a little better, but I mean, he's a little bit like more youthful version, I guess, of Dubon. If you wanted that, he'd be good though. I like him.
You know what we
Does
should
Dubon
do
have
sometime?
hair? Do we know if Dubon has hair? I picture Dubon bald.
He's got a square peg at the top of his head. that's actually his head. That's designed.
I just picture him bald with the beard, just like.
Then he looks too much like
bald.
Zende to me.
Everybody's bald with a beard in Legions.
Yeah, I know. Well, he is kind of Zende, so.
You know what we should do sometime is just pick a movie and pick the main cast, the main like 5-8 actors in the movie. Like pick, I don't know, like.
Oh, and try to cast them,
and then figure out who they would play.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
That's fun too.
Let's start with Game of Thrones because that would be really easy.
Oh my god!
Right?
So
There's
many
a million actors.
That's like, yeah, I know. That's shooting fish in a pond. That's an interesting take on that. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll take a movie and try and cast people. Because I almost put Daisy Ridley as Lucretia. Because I thought like she's got the kind of the bone structure, and I'd like to see her play somebody evil. I was trying to also trying to think of like the actors and what they've done, and like cast them as something completely different.
Something else.
Yeah. Here too.
When I thought of David Spade, I actually for a second it crossed my mind to do all Saturday Night Live actors.
Oh my
on
god!
This.
See, that's interesting.
And try to like slow creep it in, like do like some of the biggest ones early in the list, so like people don't realize it's all SNL until you get to like David Spade, and it's like, but yeah, like that's what made me think of that is like, okay, what if these 10 SNL actors were that?
We could do that. We could do all SNL.
Speaking of SNL, and I'm going to give away my age right now. One of my favorite all-time characters, and I only saw 2 skits that I remember way back, was Bill Murray as Nick the Lounge Singer.
Oh my god, yeah.
And
Star Wars. Star Wars.
But I've come across a TikTok channel that's showed like 4 other ones that I've never seen. Like he was on a train. He was like,
really?
Yeah, and I didn't ever realize that each bit his last name changes. Like when he's, up in the après ski, ski lodge, he's Nick Winters. Mm-hmm. And when he's, I forget the other one. He's at I don't know if it's he's like Nick Spring or he's Nick whatever. And oh my God, great. It's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. Yeah.
I think one of my favorite Bill Murray's was I think he was a guest at that point, but he was the frequent flyer. Look it up. The frequent flyer.
I don't remember. I have to see that.
Look it up. It's hilarious.
Okay.
I don't remember that one.
It's basically a guy who like flies so much that he knows all the tricks, and he's like, put your seat halfway back for the first part of the trip, and then you got a little extra later on. And it's like it's always like these stupid little like it's such a weird Bill Murray thing, but
I could totally see him doing that. Yeah. So here's another thought about casting. What if
Tracy Morgan?
What if we had to cast amongst our community?
Oh my God, that's another thought too. Yeah. Well,
Jesse Thistlethorn.
Right?
The voice of Thistlethorn too. Yeah. Otherwise, he's got to play a dwarf because he's got a dwarf look, man. He's all dwarf.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
We definitely got to do this again because there's tons more characters. It'd be amazing to have Eric. to chime in.
I think we have to get Eric on to do at least one of these things and cast his own characters. That would be, I think it's going to be excruciating for him, but it would be fun.
But how can you not? I mean, think of that when you're creating these characters. It's such an easy place to jump to in your mind, I would think.
Yeah.
There's also, I think we should do an episode where we do the Hollywood cast for all the tribute figures. So like who would play the Furious Four? Like which Hollywood actors would play the Furious Four? Which Hollywood actors would play Broder and like the Amir?
Yeah, we can throw those in.
That'd be a lot of fun too.
All right, we got some legs on this, man. We got some legs on this, and we got our thing. The Legions cast got their rankings.
Yeah, we got our casting.
The Euro guys are doing their descriptions, their wacky descriptions, and this is ours.
Curtis,
copyright Legions Lounge.
Did we steal this from you, Curtis? Was this stolen from you?
Exactly. He mentioned this on a couple of episodes ago, I think, somewhere.
Right.
Melissa McBride as Thalen Frostbow. That could be cool. Let's see here in that. That'd be cool. Yeah, we'll do this again, man. This was fun. I enjoyed this. I like this more than I thought I was. I thought it was going to be torture for me because, again, like my actress name recognition skills are not good. But like just going through and like looking at some movies and stuff and actors, saying, I recognize that person from X. You guys picked some great stuff, man.
Was trying to match the photos, like getting photos that like
me
the
too.
Closest look that the actor had to that look.
Yeah, you did a good job with that, man. Especially like Chris Helmsworth was like spot on, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, and Sigourney Weaver, like that was
come on, David Spade looks exactly like Thistlethorn. Like
exactly. I mean,
exactly
it's uncanny.
All
right, that's it. That's a show, man. We're done by 9:45. I love it. I love this 8 o'clock hour. Thank you everybody for showing up. We had like almost 100 people in here. Hit that like on the way out and let us know. We got, again, to run down the list, we got Delphina, Helmer Goldentooth, Lucretia, Atlas, Attila, Thistlethorn, and Dubon. Give us your picks. If you're watching this on replay, definitely put it in the comments. If you want to give us a whole rundown, all right. I would hire Nate too.
More of it. I'll take it.
Give us a whole rundown of who you think should play these characters. And you don't have to rate us, but if you want to rate us, you can rate us in terms of who did the best. I know I'm not going to win, but that's okay. That's fine.
Speaking of casting, I think they did just announce that that's going to be a new category. I think next year in the Academy Awards is casting.
Oh, interesting.
Casting?
Yep, they're going to be awards for casting.
That's not an award?
Nope.
Wow. That's sad, man. Because that's a skill.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
That's a skill.
Yep.
We all picked
I picked the ultimate one. Like I narrowed it down to the ultimate one, and I said this is the person who I picked.
He's not
ultimately.
the Malcolm of Legions.
We all did.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
We
just shared.
I'm glad you did because I wanted to do that, but I just didn't have time to like throw some little extra. Like it's a little time consuming to do that,
Yeah. I just thought. I mean, like if it matched up with one of your guys, but I mean, I'm amazed that we came up with very few that were similar. I mean, the Hemsworth side, the Hemsworths, but that's it. I
like
think.
Not for the same character.
Not for the final end character. Not a single one was the same.
Well, I had Chris for Atlas, and you had Chris for Atlas. I think.
Oh, you did? Was your final one?
Oh, that wasn't your final.
No, not my final pick, but I did. He was in my list. Yeah. Not for final. No, I don't think for the final ones we had.
I'm surprised.
None of them were the same. Yeah, that was cool. Very good. Brick, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I mean, you guys, you make the show for us. I'm really, just happy to be here every week with these guys. But then when everybody shows up and it's all our friends and regulars and stuff, so it's great.
This would make a great Facebook poll because you know how in a Facebook poll people can add. So you would just do one character, just be like, okay, so who's going to be Atlas?
Sure.
And then you do a poll, and
people can add
5, and then people can just add names as they want and keep adding. That'd be a fun one.
I did not stop. That was my whole deck. I went to the final pick. I didn't look at the chats. Oh my God, Curtis! Good Lord, Jesus! All right,
Poke,
enough
poke,
of him.
poke, poke, poke.
All right. Thank you guys for staying with us. I think this is good. I think we're going to do this again, and maybe we'll do a poll in Facebook and see what you guys think. Who should play what? But
yeah, and
we'll see.
like you said, you did one on time. It was 8 o'clock. Good. Should we split the difference and do 8:30, or is this the new time? Let's.
8's good.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 8:30 for Bill, if Bill 8:30 is better, then that's fine too. We can do that too as well. We'll play with it a little bit, but I think closer to 8:30 is better than 9.
I think keep 8:30. Like just go
Okay.
with it for a while and see how it goes.
8 o'clock. You're saying stay with
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
Right,
guys.
Another fun show in 2 weeks. So again, hit that the bell, and so you know when it's coming. You'll know
For sure.
So.
For sure. All right, guys. Thanks. Good night. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you,
Bye, everybody.
Adios.
Cheers.
Did Trevor leave?
He
And we're
leaves?
still live again?
I think we are still live.
That's hilarious.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Legions Lounge.
I did it again. Again.
There he is.
You left us there.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye. Speaking of David Spade.